The following podcast is a part of RadioMisfits.com. And now it's time for the Mr. Nailsin Show. And now it's time for I Can't Even with Lefty Teddington.
Hey guys, it's your pal Lefty Teddington here. And I think we need to talk about family dynamics. And this article came along about this man describing his family for our current era and gives a window of progress for the future. So anyway, Noah Berlatsky says that his child, who started to identify as bisexual in middle school, reevaluated during high school and started to identify as transgender and lesbian. Later, Berlatsky's bisexual wife started identifying as non-binary, which is kind of, that's quite a jump, because, bisexuality would be affirming a binary sensibility, but now it's just kind of up in the air, I guess. So anyway, Noah says, our daughter came out as bisexual in middle school. Yeah, tried to, probably just wanted to, dip her toe in, a little nervous. But then in high school, she reassessed and came out as trans and lesbian, which there's some confusion there. So if she's trans, then she sees herself as male, but she also sees herself as lesbian. But if she's a male attracted to females, that would mean she's actually hetero, as a man. Anyway, he continues, my daughter coming out as trans also prompted my wife to think about her own gender. You can see where the daughter gets all this, the questions. And that's all right, Sometimes you gotta have questions, even about yourself. And you need to explore it. So anyway, she's since come out as non-binary, though she's retained her she/her pronouns. Yeah, that's a little odd. But then again, non-binary, so she/her, it's both female pronouns. So she's sticking to one, not two. Anyway, he says, my wife has known she's bisexual since she was in middle school in northwestern Indiana, though she was heavily and miserably closeted until college. By God. It's been a relief for her and a validation that our daughter felt comfortable coming out at home and school. My daughter is confident. She's happy. She has queer friends who sometimes pass through on their way to the basement lair. Okay, and stop to talk about Fleming, tattoos, the queer art they're making, or the queer anarchist collectives they're living in. Well, my God, that's just amazing. Boy, these kids are really ahead of their time, aren't they? Yeah. Berlatsky claims that having LGBT relative, well, you forgot the IA, the Q, the IA, and the plus. So you still got some growth to do there, Berlatsky. You really do. Anyway, he says, is LGBTQIA plus, I'll just put it in, relatives, increases a person's grasp of love and of themselves. Yeah, it sure does. And I saw you made the attempt there with the pronoun. It's very good. As the boring cisgendered straight guy in the family, yeah, it is boring, isn't it? And the fact that you admit it's boring, I think you've got some questions too, Noah. You might want to check that out, because look what your wife and daughter are trying to teach you. Yeah. Is it about them? Maybe it's about you. Do you ever think of that? You should. Anyway, he says, I just don't get some aspects of queer culture. Well, you can learn. But I'm grateful to be outnumbered in my family by the other demographics. When you share a family with queer people, your understanding of love becomes more expansive. That's right. Just spread that all out. As does your understanding of yourself. Yeah. That's right. You got some exploration to do there, Noah, I'm telling you. He continues, says, I'm not queer. Oh, well, let's not be so hasty about that. Let's not be. He says, I'm not queer, but there's something like having a queer family to teach you that straight and or masculine honor is a burden that you can happily dispense. That's right. That's exactly right. Well, thank God for people like Noah Berlatsky who, hey, sure, he's not perfect, but he's learning and he's open to it. And that's more than I can say for a lot of hung up people with their phobias who are just destroying this country. Because some people keep holding on to the fantasy of the nuclear family despite the damage and horrible pain that it inflicts. Representative Aaron Healy recently tweeted that extremist group Family Heritage Alliance said that the safest place for kids are in families that have a married mom and dad. What a dangerous and un-American belief. That's right. You go, girl. That's true. People should learn more from fathers like Noah Berlatsky, and more importantly, his wife, and even more importantly, his high school-aged daughter. That's right. That's right. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? It's right there in front of you. I mean, I can't even.
This has been I Can't Even with Lefty Turdington. Lefty Turdington is a frequent co-host of the Mr. Nailsin Show podcast on RadioMisfits.com. The views and opinions of Lefty Turdington do not necessarily reflect those of RadioMisfits.com or any other platform he may appear on. So, any comments and or complaints should be sent to someone who cares. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Topless woman tears Jesus statue from church wall. Hello, I'm Mr. Nailsin. Yes, a topless woman broke into a church in North Dakota and ripped a large statue of Jesus off the wall, causing the sculpture to crash to the floor, according to cops who say the suspect appeared under the influence of narcotics. Police responded to St. Mary's Cathedral in Fargo after receiving a report of a topless female damaging property. Upon arriving at the Catholic Church, Fargo Police Department cops spotted Brittany Reynolds, 35, exiting the cathedral. She had no shirt or bra on and was not wearing shoes. Reynolds, who was detained as she sought to run from police, was unable to answer basic orientation questions and appeared under the influence of narcotics. Church surveillance cameras recorded Reynolds flipping over a potted plant before ripping the statue of Jesus off a wall. Police estimated that it would cost $11,500 to replace the destroyed sculpture. Charged with felony criminal mischief, Reynolds is being held in the Cass County Jail. Her rap sheet includes convictions for disorderly conduct, resisting police, driving drunk, assault, shoplifting, and providing false information to law enforcement. This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin. You're listening to the Mr. Nailsin Show here on RadioMisfits.com. The Mr. Nailsin Show is brought to you by me, Night. Head over to IndiePlanet.com to get your copy of the Night comic book so that you can actually see me in action in my one-man war on crime. Shut up, Bubo! God damn it! I do the announcements. Oh, God. No one gives a crap about Bubo.
I'm 14. Tell him about me. false advertising. Yeah,
Stupid idiot.
I help night fight crime, and we blow stuff up and do a lot of damage. and of course, people get mad at us when we do. But
it's a war on crime, and in every war there's collateral damage.
I mean, well, I guess it isn't one-man war because
exactly.
Two-man war.
Anyway, we're running out of time. Don't miss this opportunity to get your hands on the adventures of Knight
and Bubo.
The Night comic book available at indieplanet.com.
The crazy witch lady's coming to get us.
I don't have to come get you, Bubo. I'll leave that up to my new boyfriend who's standing between you and your night cruiser.
New boyfriend? What? Who? No. No, it can't be.
Oh, but it is, Night. Aren't you happy to be reunited with your old pal, Snakehead?
No, this doesn't make any sense at all. I mean, you're supposed to be locked up in prison. Still in a coma, recovering from wounds inflicted upon you by the poser in a failed assassination attempt.
Not exactly, Night. Well, you see, that is not me myself, but an imposter, as irony would have it. After the attempt from a shapeshifter like Poser, I was saved by yet another shapeshifter. And while I was back in prison thanks to you and your idiot friend posing as this Bugman and Critter characters breaking me out of prison when I was about to be released, now I had to serve another term for the jailbreak. I swore revenge, but I was stuck in prison. But then I received a visitor from this man or person, whatever it was, claiming to be an alien from the world of reptiles who think they have some sort of ancient claim on the earth or something. I don't know, that's what he told me. That's all, he could shapeshift and take the form of anyone he wanted. And he agreed to take my place in this cell so that I could go get my revenge on you and Bubo. And in return, I was, supposed to fulfill some prophetic obligation to his people as the chosen one, lost son of their people on Earth or something. I don't know, for all I know, he's just a crazy guy driven insane by his weird mutant powers or some shit. Anyway, I got out, he took my place, and, ended up getting shot by that crazy posing character, and whatever that was about, I don't know. In the meantime, I lured you two in my trap, but, well, it didn't quite go as planned.
Well, I don't know, Snakehead. Looks like your plan worked out pretty good, because, well, we're as trapped as you can get.
Oh, not this trap, you idiot. The previous one that I had set after I broke out for real to get my revenge on you for your Bugman and Critter scheme. I knew you'd be out looking for me, and so I set a trap waiting for you.
Previous trap? Wait a minute, I don't remember any of that. I mean, we got you back in with our clever Bugman ruse, and then,
oh yeah, the news said he broke out. He said he was gonna rip our lungs out in revenge. He was so scared I had nightmares.
yeah, and then we,
little foggy though, Night. Yeah, there was a trap, but in panic, he released those goddamn 99 bombs, blew up half the damn property, killing a good chunk of my gang. I myself was pretty badly wounded. I began to take whatever shots I could, and one of my bullets hit Bubo's bag of weapons and exploded with your 99 gas into your faces. But apparently it was your famous 99 amnesia gas. You collapsed into your night cruiser, and it seemed to be under remote control and drove away. Whilst I was captured by the police and sent back to prison.
Oh, yeah. Remember that time we woke up in the night cruiser in the middle of the night's keep and we couldn't figure out how we got there?
You mean that night we woke up in it and you had pissed all over the car seat?
Oh, yeah, that one. But, hey, now we know it's excused because they were trying to kill us.
Well, the one thing that can't be excused, Bubo, is what the two of you did to me. And so now at last, I'll have my revenge.
Hold on, sugar. Wait till I get the camera set up, because I want to immortalize this. You know how much I love to watch.
No, they're gonna make a snuff film out of us.
Oh, wait a minute. How does Bugaboo fit into all of this?
Oh, yeah. After I escaped again, I discovered my old gang of snakes were in quite a bit of disarray, and old haunts were unavailable to me. So I sought out a typical supervillain hideout in an old abandoned warehouse. In fact, this particular one, the boogeyman had used the last time around, but it's been used by the mosquito and the pink elephant and a few others, you know. That's just the way it goes. Something about old abandoned warehouses just make the best, secret hideouts and all that. Anyway, as I came in, I must have accidentally tripped some sort of alarm. And Bugaboo came here seeking out her old boyfriend, Boogeyman, who had also recently escaped. But instead, she found me. And somehow, some way, I don't know, we found each other and fell in love. Especially when I told her my plans of revenge against you. She got all kinds of excited.
Yes, I've always been attracted to freakish monstrosity. and when he told me his plans for the two of you, well, let's just say I needed a mop.
No. Snakehead's gonna rip our arms off and beat us to death with him, Night.
That's a good idea, Boo. Originally, I was just gonna gut the both of you and let you bleed out. But that would be too quick. Your idea's much better. And when I'm done, I'm gonna shove your arms up your asses.
Oh, shit! God damn it, Boo-Boo! Keep your mouth shut and stop giving him ideas, you idiot!
Too late, Night. I think I'll start with you first. Hey, what? What the hell's going on?
Guys, you're tiny. What's happening?
Foul spawns of Satan, prepare yourselves for the wrath of the Puritan.
Who?
Oh no, it's the Puritan. He's a crazy, deadly vigilante. He's not stupid like Night. When he finds a criminal, he just shoots him. He must have tracked us here after our latest robbery. We gotta get the hell out of here.
No, damn it. Not when I am so close to revenge. Curse you, Puritan. Face me, you coward.
Holy shit!
Oh man, you think he's dead?
Let's hope so.
The Puritan will not be tempted, lured, fooled, nor seduced by the silver tongue of a serpent of Satan.
Great godly guns, Night. It's the Puritan.
Yeah, I gathered that, Boo-Boo.
Well, Night and Bubo, since I find no injustice at your hands, you two will live to see another day.
Thanks, Puritan. You kind of started a fire here. The place is burning down. We could use a little help back to our night cruiser.
But you do not appear to be restrained, Night. Why do you require my aid?
Oh, well, see, we were incapacitated by some drugs they injected us with, and it hasn't completely worn off just yet.
Drugged? But are you fit to drive your vehicle?
Oh, don't worry about that. It's got an automatic pilot and system in it. It'll drive us back home to the Knight's Keep, our secret hideout.
Yeah, the night cruiser's almost as cool as Knight Rider.
Very well, Night, since you have sought my help, and you are a fellow vigilante, I will indeed grant thee my hand.
Thanks.
But Night, Puritan, his methods are way beyond our own. He just flat out kills criminals. So do we sometimes, but it's usually by accident.
Damn it, Boo-Boo. What did I just get through telling you a minute ago? Keep your damn mouth shut, or I'll shut it for you.
Yeah.
Well, once again, our masked marvels survive, surely by dumb luck. Yeah. But what about Bugaboo? And where is Boogeyman anyway? And is this the end of Snakehead? And what about that weird imposter of his? Was Was that guy really an alien? Well, perhaps the answer to these questions and others will be revealed in future episodes of Night Night. This has been a Nailsin production. The Night Night theme song is performed by Alistair White and his lovely wife, Heather. Incidental music is courtesy of Kevin MacLeod. All characters are performed by me, Douglas Nelson. Join us again, won't you? And now, it's time for the Bayou Crime Report.
Louisiana man arrested after allegedly exposing himself to a woman in a grocery store parking lot. Hey, I'm Red Neckerton. So, this man, he's in the bi-state jail because surveillance video from a grocery store parking lot gave police enough evidence to make an arrest for indecent exposure. Fred Smith, 34, allegedly approached a woman inside a store and tried to start a conversation with her, walking away when she refused. But when the same woman was loading her groceries into her car, he drove up to her in the parking lot, opened his car door, and exposed himself while he smiled at her and performed an indecent act. Good Lord. The victim locked herself in her vehicle, and the man drove away after several minutes had passed. Guess he, finished. But anyway, she was able to describe the car to authorities, who stopped the vehicle on Texas Boulevard a short time later. Surveillance video was used in the identification of the suspect. Smith was arrested for indecent exposure, for not having vehicle liability insurance, and booked into the bi-state jail. His bond has been set at $3,261. Well, I know it's a tough dating scene out there. There's a lot of lonely people lost out, but goddamn. Did you really think this scenario would ever play out? Has it ever worked? The answer is no. Anyway, for the Bayou Crime Report, I am Red Neckerton, reminding you to keep your goddamn holes clean.
The Bayou Crime Report is a presentation of Nailsin Productions. All right, before we go, I thought I'd spend a few moments on some details about the MCU. I've done a lot of Nailsin ratings videos about the DCU, which hasn't really even started yet.
Yeah, you're wasting a lot of time on that. Marvel's where it's at, baby, and it's better than ever.
Well, might want to tell that to Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is amazing. It's great. Just stop listening to the hate, all right? It's great. Quit the hate. Oh my God, that's I want a t-shirt of that.
Yeah, that's great. We'll get right on that. Meanwhile, what's to come? They've got all these programs and movies slated, although they keep getting delayed for some strange reason.
It's a part of the business. Just shut up when you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, so all one can do is speculate, and of course you can turn to rumors and you judge a rumor, but
you don't judge it at all. It's trash, and it's just people looking for attention. That's what it more than likely is. It's just lies.
Sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not. Often it's somewhere in between, because it's almost like the old telephone game, and of course, you pass a story around, and by the time you get around the world, it's an entirely different story. That kind of thing can happen.
Exactly. A lie. No, this might as well be. Well,
all right. But anyway, so Reddit Well, there you go. All right. That's just stop it right here. Well, then I don't have anything to end the show with. Oh, right. So, Cosmic Book News. Oh, God, that's a terrible right-wing rag. Cosmic Book News basically just put all these rumors in an article and not summarized it, just put all the points of them there, and it's a lot. So I thought, hey, that might make for an interesting series for the Nailsin show. So I'll go through each one, and by the time I'm done, some of these movies may have already come out, provided they're not delayed again, and we'll prove whether or not any of that was true. Yeah, you're probably wasting time. Probably. Yeah, well, time will tell. It always does. It sure does. So, first up, and one of the most anticipated still, despite all the really awful movies and shows that Marvel has produced in the past 2 years. That's a gross exaggeration. Well, the movies were gross in a lot of ways. No, yeah, I know. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which will be James Gunn's goodbye movie to the MCU as he heads over to Warner's to be the boss of their DC fibs. Yeah, I'm intrigued, but Marvel's still king. Yeah. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see some of that rocket action. Okay. Yeah, the little raccoon, Yeah, okay. So, anyway, according to the rumor, it begins with Rocket's origin. Oh, that's great. And his first words are hurts. Oh my God. That's right, because we know he was probably tortured that turned him into an intelligent raccoon, because we saw his back in the first movie. He had those things. Oh, God. Oh, it really gets you in the pee-pees. And that's the point. So I'm leaning that one's more than likely true. It sounds like that's what the movie would be. And seeing this brief teasers and trailers, So anyway, the Guardians of the Galaxy have turned nowhere into a safe haven for intergalactic refugees. Oh, my God, that means nothing is safe. No. Nowhere is the name of that weird base that's made out of a celestial's head, thing. Oh, is that what that was? Yeah, I think so. I'm a little foggy on it at this point, because I know they were really popular. I just wasn't all that wowed by Guardians. Some of it was all right, but because that's just you being you. Yeah. So Star-Lord is still pining for Gamora, who is now leading the Ravagers. Oh, my God, get over it. That's what was really said about Thor, Love and Thunder, because I thought, the two of them, Star-Lord and Thor, they should have explored that. Yeah, well, Thor went back to his ex-girlfriend, but then she died. Yeah. Anyway, the Sovereigns, who? These characters from the second movie, I think. Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I do remember them alluding to this character, Adam Warlock. Who? Yeah, well, you have to be a comic book guy to even know who that is. Well, there we go. So, anyway, the Sovereigns create Adam Warlock, who ends up wiping them out in a temper tantrum. Oh, my God, so he's the villain. Well, maybe. Warlock attacks Nowhere. Oh, definitely the villain. And fights the Guardians, while the High Evolutionary captures Rocket. Who? Well, that's another character you have to know from the comics, but this is kind of sounding a little, once again, a departure, because, as I recall it, the High Evolutionary, I don't know if he actually, maybe he didn't create Adam Warlock, but I think he certainly changed him or something like that. I forget the whole deal, but, yeah. So it doesn't really matter. Little bits and pieces. Well, yeah, Guardians is one of the ones that they really went far from the material. But anyway, the Guardians recruit Gamora to help them rescue Rocket from Counter-Earth, whose inhabitants live under the High Evolutionary's tyranny. Counter-Earth? It's like an Earth he made to experiment on the Earth the way he thinks it should be, or something like that. That's the way it was in the comics, but we'll have to see how they do it. So it's like a copy of Earth. Yeah. Something like that. Anyway, I'm guessing High Evolutionary will be the one responsible for Rocket and all that. Oh, my God. So this is the real villain. Yeah. It could be. I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, it is. The Guardians find Rocket, who convinces them to stay and fight against the High Evolutionary.
Oh, you go, Rocket. Yeah.
Warlock pursues them, but ultimately joins the team after bonding with Mantis.
Oh. So Mantis and Warlock, they're going to, yeah, that's going to be something.
I think so. Could be. Yeah. So anyway, Drax dies during the final battle.
Oh, my God. No!
Well, this is in keeping with Bautista saying he wants more serious roles. He sees Drax as just a comical character, which for the most part he is. It's too bad they didn't do the actual Drax story from the comics again. It would have been far more dark and tragic, and that would have been something he probably might have enjoyed better. But, well, you never got to see that. And also his daughter, that whole story, Moondragon, his daughter, they just kind of, well, too late. James Gunn's leaving, so whatever else they could have done, they're not going to, or they'll do it in a crappy way. That's more likely if they get to it at all before this whole shithouse burns down. But, you know.
Now stop it. I mean, God, I hope this part is not true. You know, just leave the door open. Yeah, but he doesn't want to come back. I'll just, put some zeros on the check. Yeah, I'll do it.
Well, Star-Lord accepts Gamora is no longer the woman he loves and lets her go.
Fair, thank you. That's right. That's what should be going on. I think Gamora and Nebula.
No, they're sisters.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, not blood related. Well,
yeah, but still.
Well, let's see who else. Oh, they ought to bring in Valkyrie. Oh, yeah, Gamora ought to rock it with that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Nebula, apparently she's gone trans, at least in some of the promo images. I wouldn't put it past them,
Oh, that's amazing.
It's probably some gag they'll do, though, like, because she's all robot body parts and they couldn't find her some feminine parts. And she's like, gotta be stuck in a man body and bitch about it. And that, for the joke.
You don't joke about that. You never joke about that.
Well, if at all, and I don't even, is the poster real? I don't know. Anyway, so finally, after defeating the High Evolutionary, Gamora, Rocket, and Groot go their separate ways.
No! Oh, no!
While Star-Lord, Nebula, Mantis, Cosmo,
who?
The dog in the astronaut suit.
The Russian astronaut suit, really?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, my God.
So he's part of the team. Or she, I can't remember. And Warlock joins the team at the end. So they keep guarding the galaxy. And there you go. That's it.
That's it. That's how they end it. I mean, because James Gunn's leaving. I don't know if they do it.
They probably would. Just depends on how good it does. And it probably will do well. It's still, for the most part, it's certainly the fans that are specifically fans for Guardians will probably turn out. The other Marvel movies, not so much. But then they'll probably bring a good chunk of these characters back for their crossover stuff, Avengers and Secret Wars and that sort of thing. So there's been some leaks of the toys, which always give you something. And so is a Groot grows wings and can fly.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah. I think he turns into a giant or something.
What?
I guess he can go back and forth. Who knows? They're going to have a big blowout, on the way out and that kind of thing. But yeah, that's kind of the new lineup of the team. It's Star-Lord, Nebula, Mantis, Cosmo, and Warlock. So they'll keep traveling on, fighting the good fight. And yeah, I think they'll probably show up in other Marvel movies.
Maybe in the Marvels. Boy, I'm waiting for that one.
Well, you got to wait a little longer because it's been delayed. Again.
You just always got to piss on my parade.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. The views and opinions expressed during the Mr. Nailsin Show do not necessarily reflect those held by RadioMisfits.com. So, any complaints and or comments should be sent to @Mr. Nailsin on Twitter, where they will be promptly ignored and or blocked. So, Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to see some of that rocket action.
Okay.